Hujambo, Mado Tep, Assalamu alaikum, and Shalom. Coming to you again with another video. This particular video is for all of you NFL fans, football fans. In case you haven't heard the breaking news, Antonio Brown was cut this afternoon by the New England Patriots. I'm not really surprised at this because earlier in the week, Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, had said that had he known that these allegations were going to come up with regards to the sexual assault allegations, alleged sexual assault allegations against Antonio Brown, which I don't believe happened, me personally. But Mr. Kraft said if he had known that, they would not have hired him. They would not have signed him. Now I'm thinking the New England Patriots had to have heard something or had the inside scoop on the Antonio Brown situation in order for them to cut him. Because if you are a football fan, you realize that Antonio Brown has a talent. Very, very, very talented wide receiver. One of the best in the NFL. So in order for them to cut him, they had to get the inside scoop on something. But then again, I mean, let's look at it. Let's just be real. Antonio Brown needed the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots didn't need him. I mean, they were winning before they got him. They're going to be winning long after him. They don't need him. Okay? New England is a team that is known for putting together championship teams with players that don't have big names. So Antonio Brown is just, it's not a big deal. They will continue to win without him. It's nothing. And also, when a team like New England cuts you, first of all, when a team like New England picks you up because you have such a troubled past, New England is kind of like your last stop. Okay, it's like if you can't make it here, this is like a loser's last chance type of situation. If you can't make it here, then you practically toast. You're gonna be blackballed in the NFL, and I believe that's exactly what happened to Antonio Brown. I believe that New England was his last chance, his last opportunity to redeem himself, and that's over with now. It's a wrap. Anytime a team like an organization like the New England Patriots, with an owner of the caliber of Bob Kraft, cuts you, then all the other teams will be like, if they cut you, we don't want nothing to do with you. So I pretty much believe that Antonio Brown can stick a fork in his career. I think it's a wrap. It's over with. Now I know he went to college. I believe Central Michigan State. How much of a quality of an education did he receive there? I have no idea. But he had better find something that he can do to sustain himself. I'm quite sure that a player such as him, more than likely that he was raised by a single mother. He has no type of skill outside the football field. And the money that he's made over the years, I'm quite sure he's blown through more than half of it. And that big signing bonus that New England gave him, as a matter of fact, he was due $5 million this coming Monday. So, whatever he was due, I'm sure that with organizations such as the Patriots, I'm sure that that contract had clauses in it which would protect them in case things of this nature happens, as far as your behavior in the locker room, out of the locker room, on the football field, off the football field, legal issues, your performance on the field, things of that nature. These teams, they protect themselves. They have all sorts of clauses. A lot of times you will see on television, such and such got $100 million contract, $10 million or $20 million guaranteed. Those might be guaranteed bonuses. But I'm quite sure in the little small print there are clauses. It's guaranteed if you do A. That's guaranteed if you do B. Then you'll get it. But if you don't come through on your end of the bargain, then what obligation do we have to pay you this bonus? They don't. These teams, they bring in billions of dollars a year, but best believe they're protected themselves. Now, as far as these alleged sexual assault allegations, me personally, again, I think I might have said this in one or two of my other videos. I don't believe, could be wrong, but me personally, I don't believe that he sexually assaulted any of these women. Again, I could be wrong, but my thing is this here. I said it once before, I say it again. If I were to walk up to you with a gun, stick it to your head, say, give me your wallet or give me your purse, and I take off running with your wallet or purse, you were so traumatized that you froze up, maybe shed a tear or two, maybe even used the bathroom on yourself, because you didn't know what I was going to do with that gun. I took your wallet, took your purse, ran off. If something that traumatic were to happen to you, would you report it immediately? Or would you wait a year or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20? Does that make sense to y'all? If what Antonio Brown did to this lady, I think it was his former trainer. Her name escapes me at the moment, so if anybody can remember her name, please leave her name in the comment section. But if what Antonio Brown did to this lady was so traumatic and it bothered her so to the point where it wrecked her nerves, why in the hell would you wait a whole year to report it? And if I heard the radio correctly, another woman has just come out on Antonio Brown. And I think that might have played a role in Bob Kraft pulling the trigger, so to speak, on Antonio Brown's career with the Patriots. So it's like copycat crap. You know what I'm saying? Well, she came forward on you. Now I'm going to come forward on you. This is. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not anti-woman or anything like that. I love women, but this Me Too movement is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. All these women coming out. Now I can understand if he did this yesterday, or he did this a couple weeks ago. Okay, then you come out, but a whole year later. I mean, come on, y'all. Can't y'all see what's going on? Can't y'all see the bigger picture? All these celebrities are being taken down one by one by one by one on the word of women. Multiple women. You mean to tell me you got multiple women, not just one, but multiple women coming out and saying that you sexually assaulted them X amount of years ago. Not one, but multiple. Can't y'all see something strange is going on? There's some sort of a phenomenon going on right now. Can y'all pick that up? I'm picking it up. I mean, this is getting out of hand. I don't believe he did it. He could have, but I don't believe he did. Either way it goes, I think he could stick a fork in Antonio Brown's career. I think he's toast. He's done. And quite frankly, a lot of stuff he brought on himself. Look at the situation he caused in Oakland with the Raiders. He just completely screwed them over. You know, he completely screwed them over. He screwed over the Steelers, which me personally, I mean, the Steelers are one of the most storied organizations in all of NFL history. The Rooney family is the owners of that team, and they've always done well with their players. Why would you go and you're a premier wide receiver, but because you're such a cancer in the locker room, they don't want anything to do with you. So they like, okay, we're gonna cut our losses. Then you land pay dirt in Oakland. You were such a prick there and such a cancer in the locker room there. They're like, you know what? It'll be well worth it to just let you go, as opposed to dealing with you and your attitude. You know, again, displaying the traits of a young black man that was raised by a single black mother. I believe that this right here is one of the biggest issues going on in the black community right now. This is one of the reasons why the black community is in such shambles. Because they're being raised by these single mothers, and they've been brought up with this feminine energy. They weren't exposed to proper male attention. They weren't. And so therefore, because all they were around were females, they have absorbed so much of that female energy that they began to display the tendencies of a female. Want to argue. You know, a real man don't argue. A real man don't raise his boys. Okay? No matter what the situation is, real men always remain calm, cool, collected. Nowadays, you see men hollering and screaming and cursing like females. Ratchet females on top of that. A real woman don't have every other word come out of her mouth a curse word. Okay? Now, I know that there's an exception to every rule. I understand that. You have had some success stories with regards to single mothers raising a solid family. But more often than not, that does not happen. That does not happen. And I believe that it is an epidemic in the so-called black community. And something's going to have to be done about that. I don't know. Something's going to have to be done. Otherwise, we already have enough issues as it is. And then we got to add that to our plate. Our plate right now is quite full. It's quite full. And I tell you what, this part of the plate is not the dessert. I can tell you that much. Anyway, leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this whole Antonio Brown fiasco. And as always, like, comment, share the video, and most importantly, subscribe. Doesn't cost you a penny. Just push the red subscribe button there on whatever device you're watching this video. Till the next video, quite heavy. I'm out.